In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to utilize the FTP Manager to upload your pool pages to your website. And the process will be pretty much the same whether or not you're uploading to your mysideline.com website if you've purchased the internet add-on, or if you're going to be uploading to your own personal web space on your own website. The process is basically the same. The first thing we're going to want to do is just make sure we have our FTP settings configured. And you do that by selecting the Tools menu and the FTP Manager. And so for those of you who watched the previous tutorial on the internet add-on, as you can see, my settings here are basically set up for me to use the internet add-on. If I was just going to be uploading to my own personal website, I would have to fill in my host information, the login information I would use to upload my pages to that website, so that the program knows where exactly to put the files when you want to upload them. So depending on whether you're using the internet add-on or whether you're using your own website, you'd want to configure this information to be based on those settings. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to follow through this tutorial based on using the mysideline.com internet add-on option. And so really all we have to do to post our pages to our website is to select the Tools menu and Build Website. And the first thing that we get prompted here is a screen that will let us set all the different options that we want to utilize on our website. Most of the options on the left side of the screen are really kind of based on look and feel of the actual pages themselves. And you can kind of play with these to get the look that you want. And you'll notice an important thing here is your entry page. And this will determine whether or not your entry page is included into your website. And if we select this option right now, it's telling me that I can't do it because we haven't created it yet. And so it's going to just leave that option unchecked for me. And then later in another tutorial, we'll show you how to go through and build your entry page and how to integrate that into your website. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just show you in general how to build this website, regardless of whether we have the entry page or not. You have the ability to define some custom menus if you want to add additional menu items to the website. And then on the content side, you can determine kind of what shows up on your home page. You can have different sections of information show up, as well as the order that they show up in. So if you want to have your tournament rules at the top of your page, you can do that. So you can really configure the look and feel of your website to be pretty much any way that you'd like. And then you have two options here. One is to build the website, which I would recommend you use pretty much all the time. This will go through the process of rebuilding all the web pages on your computer and then upload them to your website. The FTP files only will just FTP the files from your computer to the website. So it will just upload the last pages that you created to your website, and it won't rebuild anything. So the best thing to do is probably just always go ahead and build your website. The only time you might want to use the FTP files only is if for some reason the FTP failed and all you want to do is restart that FTP process. You can go ahead and do that by selecting that FTP files only option. So now that I got my information set up on how I would like my website displayed, I just need to select the Build Website, and the program will go through, and it's now built all my pages on my computer, and it's asking me if I want to upload those pages to my website, and I'm going to say yes. So now it's zipped the files, and now it's uploading the file, and it's unzipping it, and now my website is displayed. And so it's now showing me basically the information that I have in my pool, and it's now on the website at my mysideline.com site, and it's the URL for my site for my men's college basketball tournament. And so by default, without having too much information entered in my pool yet, there's just a few select things I have available to me, but there's a few other things I'd like to make sure I get added to my website. So if I come back into Turbo Tourney and I want to put in some rules now, I can add whatever kind of rules I want to in here. I can also add any prize information or news information the same way. And so now that I've changed that information, I want to come back and I want to rebuild my website. And we'll upload it again. And now my website has been changed now to reflect the addition of my tournament rules and news and prizes on my home page. So I have some more information here now that can be displayed on my website. And then there's one other option you can use to control what shows up on your website. If you select the Reports menu, Report Setup, and then the Report Package, this is what determines which reports show up on your website. And so if there's something that you don't want included on your website, like maybe you don't want to display player picks until the tournament started, you can remove that report from your website and then rebuild your website, and that won't show up. And then maybe later when the games have started and you now want to show those picks on the website, you can come back here, turn this report back on, and it'll start being included in your website. So that's one way another way you can control what pages show up on your website. So that's just a brief tutorial on how you can use the FTP Manager to post your web pages to your website. Thank you.